Welcome back guys, the S25 Ultra on the right and the Vivo X200 Ultra on the left. 4K 60 FPS video. I decided to shoot while driving to test the stabilization. Some of you might have suggested under the comments, running is good, not all the time. Jesus, GTA traffic in Sofia. So now I'm gonna show you just like what is a typical driving scenario, typical day, and we're going to explore the video from the Vivo X200 Ultra and the S25 Ultra on 4K 60 FPS. We're going to be changing the lenses from the ultra wide to the main camera to the zoom cameras as we go, because you know the Vivo starts with 35mm and the main wide camera on the Samsung One X is 23mm. Alright guys, let's start with the ultra wide camera. I'm using my old BMW 1997 535 V8 as a tool to test the stabilization. As some of you said in the video, running is one thing, but sometimes with small motion like this, we are able to see how much jitter do we have. Is the video stable enough? And from what I've seen right now, the Vivo X200 Ultra really kills it, but we know that Samsung has one of the best videos in an Android phone, guys, and probably the overall king of smartphone video is still the iPhone, or at least it was before the Vivo X200 Ultra. So now let's see what happens, guys. I'm gonna try to give a bit more gas on the pedal on my V8 to see what happens, okay, with those smoothness. All right, and now guys, we're gonna go and show you the One X on both phones. And as you know, the Vivo uses a 35mm, so it's gonna be closer. As you can see, the Vivo X200 Ultra is using a 35mm focal length, so the image appears closer. Totally normal. The Samsung is using a 23mm, but now we're gonna equalize the Samsung to match the Vivos. We've tried to equalize the settings. All right, now let's check how stable this is. Okay, I'm gonna keep doing those turns, accelerating smoothly. Cannot hit the pedal here, guys. It's in the city, I have to follow the rules. But just pay attention, because I'm riding with like 60 kilometers per hour. I can't do more than 70, sadly. But pay attention to the video and the smoothness. All right, hi guys. Pay attention to the smoothness and the video, because again, we are really driving with 60 kilometers per hour. So let's see what happens here on the road. Because if there's gonna be any jitter, guys, this is one of the best ways for you to see it. The other way is to just walk very slowly. Check here, this is where it gets interesting. I was using auto FPS on both phones on all modes, meaning 30 and 60 FPS. Alright, I knew that the Vivo will have the edge, because of course it's using a bigger sensor. But what we see right now is the actual FPS. Okay, I'm gonna play the video. So this thing here is the video file from the Vivo on the left, and on the right we do have the file from the Samsung. And because I use auto FPS, you can see that the frame rate for this whole clip on a Samsung phone was 52 FPS, and you're gonna understand why if you keep watching. On the Vivo we do have a stable 60 FPS. Okay guys, how does this matter and why does this matter? Okay, let's play the one from the left, which is the Vivo. All right, and I'm gonna try to play also the one on the right. See what happens right now, guys, because this is really important. The Vivo manages to keep 60 FPS. The Samsung in this mode was really dropping to 30 FPS. And this is weird because we're shooting in a, I would say, bright environment. So see here, Samsung even below 30 FPS, dropping the actual FPS to 30 FPS. The Vivo like a boss holding 60 FPS. And now the most important moment where we go inside a tunnel, which is really crazy because you can see there isn't a lot light, right? The Vivo nailed it. Okay, Vivo barely dropped, like 58. Samsung here, 29, 30 FPS. In case you wonder why actually this happened on the Samsung. My opinion is, yeah, the Vivo just as a brighter sensor was able to capture more light, and auto FPS optimizes the frame rate based on brightness and the lighting condition. So in this case, yeah, with this option on, still better for the Vivo. Alright, I'm gonna show you also some pics. By far not a full and complete comparison, guys. This is ultra wide on both phones. How do we know? 14mm here, aperture to 0. The aperture here is 1.9. I'll just try to zoom it out a bit, guys, so that we have the same thing. But guys, even with the distortion correction from the camera assistant. What can I tell you guys? Like the ultra wide, and this is in daylight, right? Like in bright daylight. Okay, not so bright, but yes, I mean, we don't have really like explicit sun. Honestly, this is not even comparable. So the ultra wide on the Vivo X200 Ultra is just absolutely killing it to a stage where things are, yeah, there is no point of doing a full-blown comparison, I guess, because there is no way that the S25 Ultra would win that one. Let's say on the ultra wide, all right? I'm gonna give you also some other samples, but definitely the ultra wide shot from the Vivo and from the Samsung, I think it's just like really, it's just really like miles ahead, okay? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. By the way, I'm gonna show you a few more pictures. Let's see what happens with the main camera. We do have 35mm on the Vivo aperture, 1.69, and I tried to equalize this on the Samsung. So 35mm here as well, and yeah, using the main camera. So let's start to analyze here from the bottom. Okay, now I think the main cameras, guys, they're a bit more comparable. So what I'm saying is that the gap between the Vivo X200 ultra wide camera and every other phone ultra wide camera is gonna be really big, because Vivo are using Sony LIT 180. It's a proper sensor, 1/1.28, not the biggest sensor side, but it's quite good. All right, and yeah, you can see, I mean, even here, guys, even here, these are the main cameras, the main wide cameras. I'm just thinking the Vivo has an edge. You can clearly see more text, right? You can also see how the lips are represented. So the Samsung at this zoom level, like almost 200%, has a problem with capturing this detail and probably exposing it. Okay, now if we have to use 281, I mean, it's better on both phones, but here you can still see the texture of the wall, right? I somehow recognize that this is probably wood, and the Samsung photo just completely degrades. I think the quality is just all gone, pit tongue with this, right? See what happens here? The same situation, guys, over and over again, right? And finally, I have to give you also a portrait photo. Now, you know, Samsung usually takes very good portrait photos. This is no exception, by the way. This is still a good portrait photo. Thing is, probably not as good as the one on the Vivo, although not that bad, right? I'm just thinking, when you're doing some portraits, the Vivo here uses already the HP9, the zoom camera. I think this one is shot with the main camera. How do we know it's from the aperture? Still a very good shot from both the Vivo and the Samsung, although if we have to nitpick and like tiny individual details, most probably the Vivo will shine, but honestly, guys, I think here the gap isn't that big, or at least that's what I think. But if we have to really pixel peep, guys, you can see, I mean, this is 238%, guys. This is supposed to be my hair, right? You can still see stuff happening with the background on the Vivo, and I mean, okay, let's just go crazy with 500. I mean, absolutely no detail here on the Samsung. I mean, you can see we have a lot of noise. There are issues with this, right? So I'm just thinking right now, like Samsung's phones to be compared with Apple iPhones, this is it. No chance against the Chinese Ultra phones. Guys, let me know what you think down below in the comments. And yeah, this is it for now. Again, this is not a full-blown comparison, guys, but just this alone shows you how far ahead the Vivo is compared to everything else. Let me know down below in the comments.